By Blue Ranch, there's Fiats. I don't know. I just call him.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Public hearing is
It's 7:25. We're going to call the public hearing of the Almont Village Council to be called to order on February 18th, 2025. This is in regards to two items: the establishment of an obsolete property rehabilitation district and an application approval for a certificate of exemption. So is there any presentation by staff or an explanation?
Sam.
Or is there a presentation or?
The developers. Hello.
All right. My name is David Bishop. My wife Holly and I bought what is the saddlery to anyone who grew up in Elmont prior to 2005. My wife and I were both born and raised in Elmont and still live here with our kids who attend Elmont schools. When the saddlery came up for sale this summer, we both thought it would be a good opportunity to turn the studs completely gutted and lifeless. It is our intent to turn it around in the next few years. We have spent the last 6 months rehabbing 3,600 square feet into yoga studio and martial arts gym, which should be opening for business in April this year. This was phase one. Phase two is some sort of retail food or retail/food consisting of another 2,750 square feet. We have been brainstorming about what to do exactly there. And finally, we want to add 2 more apartments upstairs, all of which directly aligns with the village's master plan. I know that asking for this tax abatement will negatively affect some local tax recipients' balance sheet, but in the end, if we're able to get this abatement, it will really push this project across the finish line because, as you all know, nothing is cheap in 2025. When all is said and done, this will be a great addition to our community. With all that being said, we appreciate the opportunity and are grateful to the council for holding this public hearing, as well as for including the 2 related agenda items for consideration this evening. As we continue to review the details of this proposal, it has become clear that certain aspects of it require further clarification, including establishment of measurable benchmarks. With that in mind, we respectfully request the following actions tonight. First, approval does not obligate the village to any commitments, but simply creates the opportunity to pursue a certificate of obsolescence in the future. The second thing we ask is the tabling of agenda item number 2. We request that consideration of the certification of obsolescence be postponed until the next meeting. In the interim, we seek direction to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the DDA to develop a formal agreement. This agreement would then be presented alongside our request for the certification of obsolescence at a future meeting. However, if the council feels that sufficient information has already been provided to move forward with the granting of obsolescence tonight, we defer to your judgment. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to working collaboratively to advance this redevelopment effort.
Thank you. Does anybody in the public have any questions regarding the proposed agenda items for the public hearing? Now we will close the public hearing, and the discussion on the agenda items will be done during the meeting, the council meeting during the agenda items. So,
okay.
Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
There's no public comment. At this time, we will close the public hearing at 7:29, and we will resume with business of the village council meeting now, because now it's 7:30. So, good timing. So, would everybody please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And just for clarification, I do call to order the regular meeting of the Elmont Village Council, February 18th, 2025. And roll call,
President Dyke,
present.
President Pro Tem Steffler,
Present.
Councilmember Feldman,
Present.
Councilmember Glasser, Councilmember Miller,
Present.
Councilmember Powell, Councilmember Schneider.
Present.
Are there any additions, deletions proposed to the regular agenda for tonight's agenda? Being none, we will move on to the, does anybody have any comments, corrections on the meeting minutes for February 4th as presented? General fund? Either street fund? Local street fund? Parks and Recreation Fund? Downtown Development Authority Fund? Stimulus Grant Fund? DWRF Water Tower Debt Fund? Capital Project Fund? Sewer Fund? Water Fund? Payroll Register Report? Water Report? DPW Activity Report? That's a long.
I guess I do have a quick question on the water report. So that 1,000,000 gallon delta from January 24 to January 25, is some of that due to the water leak at Farm and Home, or? Okay.
Police report, Construction Code Authority report, Village Financial Position report, Clerk report, Fire Department report, there's no comments on the consent agenda. I would ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Councilmember Schneider, supported by Councilmember Feldman, to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The consent agenda is approved unanimously by all council members in attendance. Part of it.
So the district is tied directly to the tax ID of the property itself.
Yeah, it's
doesn't-
limiting to just that parcel because we didn't want to throw a blanket out there. It was easier to limit it to that single parcel so that it's only tied to that, so that you're not overextending or opening up. You can have as many districts as you want. If another parcel comes and asks, you can do the exact same thing.
Yeah, we're good with knowing the boundaries of that. I know it, we have the tax ID number, but
If I may, Mr. President, we had the assessor review things for us. There's a few items I would touch base on when Sam's finished that.